Happy Wednesday. Happy Whiskey Wednesday. So this is a slightly different stream than normal, actually a very different stream. Michelle is having, I hope, all the fun in the world at the Bourbon Junkies meetup this week. So I am going to be here, and it feels weird not to have her right here when I look over to this side. All right, so let's see who is here already. We have Big Vic saying he might get lucky. Very punny. It's an Irish whiskey flight. I see what you did there. Very nice. 5 fingers. High five. Bye, gotcha. IC86 says cheers, everyone. James Morgan, hello, good evening. Rakes Lugo, greeting to you as well. Whiskey Whistling Well says cheers all. 4 Leaf Whiskey says cheers, everyone. Hello, Stacy. Slapshot, cheers and good evening. Hello, Slapshot. And then we have Tim Iott saying cheers, everyone. Cheers, Tim. We have Trevor. How are you? Cheers. Adriana, cheers. Welcome. All right, so yeah, this is going to be a little bit different. Michelle's not right here. She's enjoying a really good, fun weekend, I'm hoping. Juniper, good evening. Hello. And then Scott, cheers. So in Michelle's absence, I was like, I would really like to bring on a good friend and say, hey, let's drink some whiskey together. And she said, heck yes. So without further ado, I am going to bring in our guest for the evening, Adriana with Whiskey Mountains. Hello.
I'm always game to come on and drink whiskey. That's my favorite thing.
I feel like you're like an honorary member of the Women of Whiskeys. Like,
yeah.
You know how Jennifer Aniston was on Ellen almost once every season, at least once every season, I think. I feel like that's kind of the status that you have with Women of Whiskeys at this point.
I'll take it. I get to be like Jennifer Aniston. I've never been compared to her before, so that's pretty fun.
It's a badge of honor, really.
Right?
All right, it looks like we had a few more people join.
Yeah, people didn't jump in.
Say hey, everyone. Mrs. Independent Joe, cheers. Hello. Regs, thank you so much for the high five there. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. And we have Tim.
We got this.
With the light. Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Everybody make sure you...
Oh, yay! I love your signs. They're fantastic.
This one has really been beat up, though. It has seen better days.
It's a good one.
What are we going to be pouring tonight?
Okay, so we don't know. So Michelle gifted us with a wonderful flight, and she put it together, and all I know is that I've got A and B and C and D. So I'm sure that your bottles probably look very similar, right? Yes. Yep. Perfect. Okay, yes. We don't know. All we know is that it's Irish. Other than that, we're not sure. So It should be pretty fun.
I didn't even realize it would be blind, so I already don't know anything about Irish.
Exactly.
And I'll know even less.
Yes. And then we have, I'll take a second real quick to talk about the mystery boxes before I forget about that. Oh, good. And Riggs is excited to hear about it. Perfect. All right. So there are 2 mystery boxes today. We've got 1 over here and then 2 here. So in one of them is going to be, I'm going to throw up the banner real quick, a flight of Irish whiskey. I'm going to go through and pour the same 4 of whatever we had tonight and send that over. And we are going to include a $25 gift card to womenofwhiskies.com. So you can go over and get yourself a t-shirt or leggings or something fun and exciting.
Or a duffel bag.
Or a duffel bag, yes. Have you used yours?
Yeah, I've been using it in lab all week.
Good, okay. I need to get one for myself. It looked fantastic.
It's perfect. It's like the perfect size. Like
Good.
I had actually struggled to find a duffel bag before because I'm picky and like most of them are way too big and hang super low and whatever, and I'm short, and then it's just like banging the back of my knees. Like
may as well just put wheels on it.
Yeah. I love this duffel bag. So
good. Okay, I'm pretty good. I'm gonna have to order myself one. So the second one is, well, I don't know, the second one, maybe the first one, I don't know. The other mystery box is a Rebel Idaho pick, and it is fantastic. It's ISLD batch number 1. It's 113 proof, and we just got a bottle on Saturday and opened it up, and Tim has decided it's his current favorite.
Oh, wow.
Favorite of the summer, I think.
And so that's probably Idaho's.
Okay,
That's probably Idaho's first Rebel pick.
I think so. I don't remember
Sounds like
them
just
having
the
one
number
in the past,
1. Yeah.
but yeah, it's number 1 2022.
Oh,
But
gotcha. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
remember
because I
them
know they
having-
like label their like Maker's Mark picks, and it's like Director's Cut number
Yes.
1, and it's
Yes,
you know.
Director's Cut number 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So.
definitely the first one of this year. I can tell you that much.
Nice.
For sure. But yeah, to get into those drawings, just do $5. Every $5 in Superchat gets you in, or Venmo and PayPal also gets you in. And it looks like Adriana is going to be probably pulling double duty for us.
Yep.
Yes, because she's amazing and somehow magical. And so just if you do PayPal or Venmo, be sure to tag Whiskey Mountain. Or do you want to do Whiskey Mountains? Or it's Whiskey Mountains today, right? Does that sound right?
Actually, if they can tag Adriana Rodriguez, because it'll be on my phone for the chats. Like,
perfect.
So that'll actually highlight and show up over here and catch my eye. So, and I'll try to call it up. But I did want to respond to Michael S., who totally called me out and asked if I've blown out my palette by pre-gaming with Knob Creek.
Oh, no.
100% pre-gaming with Knob Creek. It's the 100 proof.
I mean, there it is. I see it now. I found it. All right. I did not. I've been pre-gaming with water.
It's fine. It's fine.
I've been getting there. All right, Wigs Lugo in for the win. 4 entries.
All the tape that was on the samples keeps sticking to my water bottle.
Of course. Juniper says so far she's way out of her league with Irish whiskey. She tried every sample that Stacy has sent. Really impressed with her palate.
Nice. I mean, whenever you hear Stacy talk about Irish whiskeys, it's like, yep, that is a person
you listen.
who can taste it and knows their stuff.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mustard's in a mood today, my heavens.
Have you poured yours or no?
No. I will open up A and start pouring out.
Yeah, I haven't poured mine either. Still tape on this.
Mr. Lopez, hello.
Hello. What are people in the chat drinking? I've got my little side thing of Knob Creek because how can you not? I'm not even measuring. It's insanity. Definitely save some for Nick. Are you saving some for? Well, I guess like y'all are at the bar, so
that's true. Yeah.
Tim can just pull it off the.
Exactly. Yeah, like you can just walk over and grab more. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour my whole bottle in there, and then if I need to do more, I can't. But then it should be a fun night, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You end up drinking all 4.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
All right, Kilco says, I'll take all the Irish whiskey, please, and thank you.
I'm like, I really, so Stacey H sent me some samples actually a while back, and I'm very, very slow. And so I haven't gotten into them yet, but I can't remember the last time I actually poured myself in Irish. I feel like it could have even been last summer. So it's been a while.
I know. I'm sure I've had some since then, but I know I had a little bit of Tim's Jameson 18 on St. Patrick's Day. And by a little bit, I mean like a sip.
Yeah.
A little bit. And then, because otherwise I was having Guinness. And
I'm excited about C&D. They're darker.
Yeah, I saw that too. But I was looking at the bottles like, oh, C&D are much, much darker. Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. And then when we did our dive bar flight, which I think was in like May or June, I know I had Jameson on that.
I'm trying to make it so people can see. So this one is B and this one
Yeah.
is C.
They're
So you can
like
see how much darker C
drastically-
is. Yeah, and C and D are similar, whereas A and B are lighter. So I wonder if that means maybe they're finished in like
Ooh.
something.
Ooh, I saw. Oh my heavens! I saw a blue spot finished in Zinfandel casks at the store the other day, and I walked away from it, and I might be regretting that decision.
I wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
I mean, I also know freaking nothing about wine. So, but I guess I wouldn't expect it to add much color. Like I could see it adding flavor, but I wonder if it would add much color just being a Zinfandel's white, right?
It's red.
Oh, isn't there a white Zinfandel?
There is a white Zin, yeah.
Oh, but that would just be that would straight up say white Zin. So there's
Exactly,
a red Zin.
Yes, red. Regular Zin is just red.
Okay. I don't drink wine. Gives me headaches. I stay very far away from it. Like how other people are about like tequila or rum or whatever. That is me and wine. I don't.
Ooh. Okay, Stacy
Oh,
said
maybe
I
it was
think it
green
means green spot. Stacy, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I'm pretty sure it was a green spot. It was a spot. It was finished in Zin and it looked great.
Zin is a hefty red. There you go.
Yes.
So.
Oh, there we go. Yes, it was Chateau Montelina. Montelina. That sounds right. Yes. Oh, it's good. Yeah, and then Michael says Zin is a hefty red.
Okay.
Yes, and Donald. Yes, exactly. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys have seen it before.
So there you go. It was a green spot.
Yes. That means that I might if I messed out that one time.
We're gonna have so many follow-up questions with Stacy.
Oh my heavens, yes.
Just like, so what are the different colors? What's the deal with the colors? Are all the colors finished in the same thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, no, it's red.
I'm glad you guys are here because I would rather be told what the correct thing is than assume that I'm correct by saying it wrong. So I very much appreciate this, guys. Thank you so much.
Great. Also, y'all don't forget about the giveaway tonight.
Yes.
Tag Adriana Rodriguez in the chat.
Yes.
Or do a super chat.
Yes.
I can switch to Whiskey Mountains on here. If that might. My real name is kind of hard to type out if you don't know how to spell it. Like, I'll switch to Whiskey Mountains. And
so Tim C gave us a fun little science lesson about how they make Zin white by removing the skins very quickly after being crushed. That's
what?
fun.
Really?
Yeah. We for Will's birthday, we went to a winery out here in the Treasure Valley of Idaho. And they did a really fun little lesson with us about like skin removal, crushing grapes with the stems on, like de-stem, how they de-stem. Like it was this whole big, like hour-long fun tour that they gave us where they got to tell us all of these fun, cool sciencey things. I was like, tell me more. It was fun.
I feel very dumb. I 100% just always assumed red wine was made from purpley grapes and white wine was made from the greenish white grapes.
It would make sense that way. All right. Michael S. just came in and let you know why you get headaches. It's the histamines in the red wine that give you the headache, not the tannin. So just take an antihistamine before. So just do a little Zyrtec on the way.
But then I would just fall asleep. And wine makes me fall asleep.
What about Claritin? Can you do that one?
That makes me fall asleep too.
Okay, then don't do those.
So I think I'm just gonna do my bourbon thing and maybe some Irish. I don't think I'll ever be a wine person. If I have to like take pills to drink it,
it's just not. All right, so Stacy with 4 Leaf Whiskey says, Tim, watch for Jameson 18 in new green packaging, and it's a new higher ABV. So I think Tim got his like 11 or 12 years ago. It's really good. I like that one.
Nice.
Okay. Riggs Lugo says no whiskey on duty all evening, and he can't get distracted. I totally understand. Yes.
So you
all
can
right.
give us the number.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to try A.
I am ready.
Okay.
Also, I just want to make sure I've got 3 people entered. So basically just the super chats. So if you did donate by PayPal or Venmo, all I could think was Slapshot for some reason. I was like, PayPal or Slapshot. I'm like, that's not the word I'm looking for.
And we're tagging.
Tag Whiskey Mountains.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
tag. Whiskey.
okay, Tim Cornet, I will try to drink caffeine and take antihistamines before I come and visit you so that I can try some good wines. It's funny because my mom and stepfather like freaking have always loved wine, but not my jam. All right, let's get into A. Ooh, that is fruity.
Yes. Okay, so, all right, I just updated the ticker to say tag Whiskey Mountains. Yeah. No, I get that fruity. I'm trying to identify the fruit.
Okay, when I did it to this, I didn't get it straight on, but when I did like the side to side, I got apricot real quick.
Okay.
Which I only know because one time when I was visiting my brother, he had like a thing of apricots, and I was like, I need you to like just stuff my face in this real quick so I can memorize what apricot smells like because I don't know apricots.
Because I don't just like pick up an apricot and typically eat it as it. So I probably would have done the same thing.
It's not really a common thing for me.
Okay. Okay. Chris, hey, welcome. Don't worry. We've talked about the giveaway and we've started nosing our A. You're in good shape. I feel like I got a peach or something, but that might just be the apricot in disguise.
I could totally see peach, actually. It's funny because I feel like I have to go to different angles to like get different fruits.
Yes.
Maybe there's different. I always wonder about this, like where the taste buds and like where the receptors are and how that affects.
Susan, you can either do a super chat, and every $5 in super chat will get you into win, or you can do a donation via PayPal or Venmo. I have both of the links in the description. And if you do it that way, again, just every $5 gets you in for one entry, and then tag Whiskey Mountains in the chat to let her know that you put in entries and let her know how many.
Yes. And I'm going to tag me. Now it's easy to find my name to remember who to tag.
Perfect.
Okay, I did take a first sip. Let me take another sip. Have you sipped it yet?
Nope, I'm doing that now. Okay, let's try. Ooh, okay. The fruit is strong with this one.
Yeah. It's funny though because like, and I remember this even though it's been forever since I've had an Irish. Mm-hmm. That I like Irish much more than like a regular Scotch, like a non-peated Scotch, because I like the like whole buttery cookie thing that it has going on. Like you immediately taste this and you're like, yep, that's an Irish whiskey, a nice like, fruity Irish whiskey.
Like when it comes to wine, my love language is buttery Chardonnay. So that like it's just a wonderful, familiar, delicious taste that I love, but I'm still getting peach, like not peach rings, but like a genuine bite from a peach. Maybe it's a nectarine. They're very similar.
It is just like a really delicate fruit.
Yeah.
I don't eat like pretty much my fruits are like grapefruits and strawberries that I eat on a regular basis. It's like if it's not that, it's harder for me to distinguish.
And I don't eat a lot of fruit. I eat peach rings a lot, but other than that, there's just not a whole lot of fruit that I do. So it's very hard for me to like walk around and pinpoint the exact one too.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I grew up like pretty much next to a peach stand, a peach orchard. Actually the horse farm that I worked at, one of the horse farms I worked at was like right connected to a peach orchard and owned it and everything. But I was just like never that into peaches. Mm-hmm. So it just didn't really pay off. But I remember the smell and it does smell great.
We've got a couple peach trees in our little orchard in front of our house. And I'm just now, as we're talking about this, going, oh, I need to go start picking those. Like every time
like,
I
let me go.
Look, and I'm like, oh, look, they're pretty right now. I should probably go pick some. Totally forget. I really gotta get that done.
Yes, Jim Morris. Thank you, Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge, for putting the links in the chat.
Oh, thank you. Yes, right there.
PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat, and then just tag me so that I know. And
yes,
it's $5 an entry. So if you donate $10, tag me and say 2 entries, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Michael S called me out for, I didn't even realize. Maybe I did it. The fruit is strong with this one.
That one was me even.
Is that you? Okay, I'm like, we speak in Star Wars quotes here all the time, so I'm like, did we?
I think after I said that, I saw Tim giggling a little bit. My Tim, giggling a little bit, and so now I understand why. Okay.
Whoa. Okay, I just smelled B.
Okay.
Compared to A.
Oh.
Bizarrely different, right?
Very, very different.
Like my first immediate thought was like a light peat. Like it gives a bit of that like sweet barbecue-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yahoo! Slap shot.
Perfect. Yes, so Slapshot Whiskey is a new channel. I think he just hit 100, right?
I think.
If not, we are real close to 100.
Yeah, if there's a wrench, you could drop that link in the chat. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah, I can't do it, but.
Now I'm going back between A and B. And I definitely get that peat, a little smoke.
It's like, I don't know that it's truly like peated, but it's very reminiscent of that like barbecue peated.
Yeah, barbecue, earthy type of, yeah, absolutely. I think this was a present for you, Adriana. I think Michelle was like, sorry you couldn't do peated, here's something.
But I feel like she would have put it as B.
Exactly, yeah.
Because like totally screw with.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what this one's like on the palate. 5th quarter tailgate, 2 more entries for Slapshot.
That's awesome. I love, like, that's one of my favorite things. Is like when people are donating to support somebody else. It's like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. You would be very proud. I think on Sunday night, I went walking into Tim's whiskey room and handed him a Glen and said, "Here, give me something Scotch. Give me something peated." I think what I said. I said, "Give me something peated." What did we did Ardbeg? It was an Ardbeg something. He'll tell me in the chat.
What the is this?
Okay.
If you could have a peated orange, that is what this is.
Oh my.
Like a
that's good.
Like a barbecued orange. Mm-hmm. What this is.
Ooh, Slapshot just said his first live will be October 5th after Women of Whiskeys. Wonderful. Ooh, we'll have to have. Okay. I'm going to start brainstorming about how we can do something fun to throw that over. I'm thinking Slapshot, hockey, Canadian. This is where my mind's going with this.
To do, so like a Canadian whiskey thing? Gotcha. I'm like,
something. We'll figure it out.
I like it.
Writing this down before I forget. Slapshot's first live October 5th. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, this one's nice. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Like,
it definitely has more flavor. Like, I feel like it's stronger in flavor, and I'm not so much getting like the shortbread buttery. It's very like grilled orange. That's all I get. Which I don't. They have those little oranges that are dehydrated that you like put on a cocktail or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, like the little flat.
Yeah, with like a little slice. It's like that, I guess, if you were to sit around and eat that. That one is bizarre. I'm super curious what that is. I know there are peated Irish, but I don't know. The only one I've heard of is Connemara. And I've heard people not like that one. So I don't know.
Here we go.
That is different.
With the
Stacy's probably like, oh man, I love the Oogedale. Yes. Is that what y'all had on Sunday?
Yes.
Yes. I'm like, I have
nice.
so little Oogie left.
Oh,
get a new one.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Here we go. Stacy says there are around a dozen peated Irish whiskeys.
Gotcha. I'm also wondering, so Stacy has the answers, and I'm wondering if she's just sitting there like rolling her eyes like, the hell are you getting this peated bullshit? No. Absolutely not. And it doesn't like, oh, it's such a hard one to explain. I feel like it doesn't quite hit, but the only peated I've ever had was peated Scotch. So it's like, I don't know how a peated Irish would hit. It doesn't hit the way a peated Scotch hits. But it has that.
It does, yeah.
Right?
But no, like, you nailed it on the head, like peated orange.
Yeah, right?
I can't get anything outside of that. Like, that is,
get stuck on the one thing and then it's over.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see what the next two are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Y'all don't forget about the giveaway. What is it? There's a flight and $25 gift card to Women of Whiskey.
Flight of everything we're doing tonight, plus a $25 gift card to womenofwhiskies.com. And then the other mystery box is a Rebel Idaho pick that just came out last weekend, and it is fantastic.
Mashville, you can do either. You can do PayPal or Venmo and tag me in the chat, or you can do a super chat, like Mark Eminecker.
Whichever you prefer. Yes, and Mark Eminecker said he likes the Green Spot Chateau Montelena. Perfect. Oh, yes, we did give out one of those Green Spot. I remember this now. It's all coming back. What, Mark? You want a giveaway? That's crazy.
Nice.
Mark is on a lucky streak, I'll tell you what.
If
you want to rub some of that over this way before we all head to Vegas, that'd be wonderful.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Well, and he's sharing it with Mr. Lopez tonight, so it's one for him, one for Mr. Lopez. So
that's
put that in. That's freaking awesome. Irishman Harvest.
So, peated Irish is typically lighter or sweeter, but there are a couple that could hold it to the LA level.
I would say this has a little bit more. I would say this is more, and I don't know a nicer way to put cloying sweet. Like it always sounds like it's a super negative or whatever, but definitely like the sweeter. This is B, yeah. This is whiskey. This is B. Stacey H.
James says cheap favorite for a starter pour is called Irishman Harvest. I don't think I've had that. I don't think I've
weird.
That one. Yeah. Okay.
Susan Robinson's struggling with the super chat. It shouldn't have so many issues for you.
Yeah, it shouldn't. I'm so sorry. You might do PayPal or Venmo if it's causing too many problems. Those seem to go a little bit easier. Yeah. Okay, and then Slapshot says might be live prior to October 5th. If you can go live from one of the... Oh, that'd be fun. That would be really fun.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yes. Yes, it would. IC86, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And catch it on the replay.
No worries, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready to know C now.
Okay.
Okay. This one is nothing like B.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, again, having so limited experience with Irish, I did not know that they were this varied kind of thing.
So Kilco said, sending one shot, and don't you dare plug my channel.
What if somebody should drop the link to Kilco's channel?
Somebody should.
He's always awesome. And also his comment just made me think of Hamilton. So thanks a lot, Kilco. That's going to be stuck in my head. As if it's not always in my head.
All right. The Mash Bill says, even though Mark Eminecker already entered, he can only win once. Exactly. That's a good way to look at it.
Okay. C is convincing me even more that B is just peated.
Yeah. Like it's. Okay. So Donald, there are 4, A, B, C, and D, and we're on C right now.
This one feels more
mango.
Christmassy.
Cheers.
Cheers, MJ. Man,
Okay, like a what? Sorry.
like Christmassy, like a mulled wine type of thing on the nose.
Ooh.
And maybe that's like orange and like those whatever the mulled spices are that you put into a
like
mulled wine to make it.
And nutmeg and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels a little more I don't know if that's crazy.
I could see that. Definitely heavier on the orange than the spice.
Yeah. And actually they put like orange, right, into the mold. I feel like you see that in pictures.
Yeah, like at least an orange slice, if not little orange pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, Jake?
Cheers.
Jack. 5th quarter tailgate. You shut the fuck up. I'm so jealous. Even though I've seen it twice now, I will see it every freaking time I can. It's the best.
Riggs, yes, thank you so much for reminding people. Yes, please stay here at the end of the show so that if you win the drawing, you can claim your prize.
My whiskey lab is here. Hello. You should be in bed. But thank you so much for showing up. He's like my mega wrench and the best. And he was like, pretty sure it's too late because he's East Coast. Thank you, Scott. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's late over on the East Coast.
Right? I'm like, yeah, no, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I've been going to bed at like 9 lately, so.
I was watching Bourbon Junkies yesterday as they were going through, and it was, I think it was about 10:30, like Mountain Time, when they stopped their stream, and they were looking tired by the last few minutes. I was like, guys, it's late over there, and you've got a busy weekend.
Right? It's like, don't tire yourself out right before everybody's showing up for this thing.
Right? Exactly. Troy Man asking for the Powerball number. Yeah, Mark, if you just want to share those with the class, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
I believe it's just a bunch of 7s.
Yeah, of course. Right? Absolutely. The mash bill says a newer Irish is called Keeper's Heart. Irish with American and Irish with bourbon.
It just makes me think of Kingdom of Hearts, and now I just want to go play video games. So.
Horses and bourbon, hello and cheers.
Cheers. The best combination.
Yes, I agree. We both agree.
And thanks, Kilco. Now I'm going to have Encanto and Hamilton. Both written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, so everything is good. But still.
It's true.
Have you tried this one yet? See?
Okay, no, I was just about to.
I'm trying.
Okay, so this is the strongest buttery that I get of the 3 so far.
I thought you were going to say proof. Because for me, it's definitely the strongest.
That too. Yes, absolutely. That too.
I feel like A is still much more straightforward Irish. I feel like A is like the more quintessential Irish buttery shortbread with some fruitiness to it. I'm so talking out of my ass. Like, I don't fucking ever.
No, you're doing great. I don't know either. Stacey, on the other hand, might be like, you guys.
She's like, nope, nope, and no. There should be like a hidden secret cam or whatever kind of thing of like Stacey's reactions to
holding up signs so everybody can see. Guys, they're totally wrong. Don't tell them.
The voiceover of her just being
like what was that show? Like early 2000s, I think it was Blind Date, when there were like little pop-ups that would show up as they were going through their I think also pop-up video.
Oh, pop-up video from like MTV back in the day. Yes.
Yeah.
That I know.
If we had one of those for Stacey H, that'd be fantastic.
That would be so funny.
Oh, Will Dabbler's in the house.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hello? Well, technically I'm in his house, but that's okay.
Like, yeah, there's that.
He's not in this house.
Also, Stacey said, Adriana, you're actually doing well, and then said, for most of them, LOL.
For most of them, okay. Oh, good, okay, I'm being validated, yes. Blind Date has pop-ups, yes. It takes me back. Okay, thank you.
I never.
Much appreciated.
Okay, the second sip, now I got the butteriness back.
Okay.
Rich butter. It's definitely spicier, and not just because of it's higher proof. It's definitely higher proof.
It's got a bit more of a bite to it.
I like this one because for me, it's the least sweet, which feels weird because the previous one feels so peated, even though it might not be peated.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, his name is not Lin Manny Miracle. It's Lin Manuel Miranda. Motherfuckers.
Said correctly.
Boy, I have like Lin tweets printed out on my desk at work. Those are like my motivational quotes.
Little motivational posters. Hang in there.
I used to do that to my friends, like in my old lab. I would print out the tweets and just stick them in like their lab notebook or wherever. Yeah. So like they'd come in and open it up, and there was like a little.
When I worked in the office, pre-COVID, I would almost on a regular basis walk in and have like a giraffe meme or picture or something printed and put onto my keyboard at the beginning of every day. It was fantastic. I loved it so much, and I had a whole giraffe wall of collection of them. Oh, that's one of the things I miss about working in the office.
Are you obsessed with giraffes?
Yes. So growing up, I was like 5'8" and 100 pounds, just all arms and legs with a really long neck. And my dad called me a giraffe from the time I was like 13 on. And then I ended up getting a horse who is also extremely reminiscent of a giraffe. He's 17 hands tall and about 1,100 pounds when he's eaten a lot. Like, he's a very thin, tall.
17 hands tall?
He's a big kid. His name is Junior. He's real cute. But yeah, he's so cute. He's adorable, and he moves. He holds his head up and he moves like a giraffe, and kind of like moves his legs out to the side when he's walking. Like he's really nuts.
What kind of?
His mom. He's a paint. His mom was half thoroughbred and half quarter horse, and then his dad is full quarter horse paint. So he's like a quarter of him has thoroughbred, and then the rest is quarter horse, and he's something.
That's so tall for a quarter horse, though. Like,
big kid.
That's so. The first farm I worked at was like pretty much all quarter horses because like it was all trail riding kind of thing, Like I miss those babies. Oh, quarter horses. Okay. Anyways, Irish whiskey. Rex Angel, yes, I did. Sorry, distracted by horses.
We're here.
But did get the last two, so you're in for 6 total now. Is that correct, Rex? Correct me if that's wrong. What's up, Pretty Z?
Mark, he's not yellow with brown splotches. He's white with brown splotches. But after a fun day in the wind, he might be not quite so. Tim wants to know if 17 hands is like 3 of Adriana's.
I used to work with Hanoverians at one point. That was a lot of like talking myself up to approach them and be like, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. They're towering over me, but I'm the boss.
Ray Marie's in, and she says that hers are bigger. And yeah, she's not wrong. She has some, I think her smallest perchin is 17.1. Is that right? Yeah, she's.
Wow.
And they're gorgeous. Yeah, lots of pictures will be headed that way soon. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, this just hit way different. My third sip. I'm still on C. My dog is making weird grunts in the background, but I don't think it's picking up.
Oh no, I'm not picking that up at all. I think Mustard's asleep on the fireball shelf.
I think I love C.
I just got something earthy in it.
I am trying to figure out what it is I'm getting. It's definitely. Are there any? No. It's not sweet like a rum finish.
Mm-mm.
But there's almost like a grilled pineapple note.
Okay, I can see that.
But again, not super sweet, which is like something I really steer away from. Got you, Mr. Jigs.
I saw you speaking in the last, I think it was Mash and Drum, how you haven't even purchased the Knob Creek Maple yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, haven't done that one.
No,
we almost did last week, just because it was part of the ingredients for one of our shots, and then we did not. And apparently, it's a good thing we didn't.
Yeah, no, I have every other Knob Creek. I love Knob Creek. I even have Knob Creek Rye, even though I only use those for whiskey sours.
Yes.
But like, nope. I draw the line.
That's not it.
I'm a little mad at Jim Beam for like making the Knob Creek smoke barrel.
Like, how dare you?
Like, why did you not consult me first? I would have told you no.
Remus Reese said 17.2 to 18.3 is the range of her Persian pints.
Oh my god.
Yep, they're beautiful. When we do an Idaho meetup, I'll take you over. We can see them. You'll love it.
Big Vic, I did get yours. Yours was the first one. I got that one, buddy.
Horses and Bourbon says red horse in the thumbnail is 16 hands, and her neck from withers to pole is 3 feet. Goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
beauty.
Oh.
I used to write in Arabian. He was my baby. Oh, actually, I forgot that I did that. But there's a drawing back there. That's him, pro.
Oh.
And he was about 16 hands. And I freaking adored him.
One of my first loves was a quarter horse Arabian cross, and she was a spunky little Spitfire. Her name was Jazz, but for all of us who loved her, her name was Spaz. And she was one of the most fun horses I've ever had. Just cute,
Arabians are spunky.
athletic. Like, yeah, she was fun.
Yeah. Arabians are spunky babies. Yes. I love them. I worked at 2 Arabian farms. I told you. It's all horse farms growing up. Rex Lugo said he tried the Knob Creek Rye for the first time last night. It's solid. Yeah, I mean, like, so it's a barely legal rye. So if I'm gonna drink a rye, that or Pikesville would be the ones. In Appaloosa. Oh my God.
Yeah, those. We had an Appaloosa at one point. She was too smart for her own good. She figured out that if she started limping just a little bit, then whoever was riding her would quit and put her away. So she would start limping like 5 minutes into a ride, and then as soon as you put her away, she was completely sound. She was way too smart for her own good.
I got this dog so that I could have a hiking buddy because Nick won't hike with me. This dog fakes an injury every time I take her for a hike, so I can't take her because 10 minutes in, she's like,
perfect.
We turn around. Soon as she sees my Jeep, she's fine. 100% fine. I'm like, fuck you. And I got her when she was 3 years old. I'm like, you have no reason. You were a young, like you have no excuse. So now I need another dog.
Oh, I love Shetland ponies. They're the cutest.
They're so cute. No, I cannot ride a Shetland pony.
Staring that up right now. Okay. James is happy with the horse. I'm surprised it took us like 40 minutes to get into this topic.
I know, right? Well,
honestly,
I'm even like trying to hold back. It's like, focus on the whiskey. We're still trying the Irish.
Yes.
Ride a horse is on your butt. Oh, you got to do it.
Yes,
I miss horses so
We're
much.
crossing that off Michelle's bucket list here pretty soon. Yes. We've had a miserable summer here. Like, we just today hit 100+ degree days, which is tied for the highest number of 100-degree days here since they started recording in like the 1800s.
Wow.
So it has just been hot and miserable. I don't remember. I think it's been like mid-June was the last time that we had a high that was in even the high 80s. Everything has been 90 to 100s ever since.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a little south of you. It's been horrible. And the thing is, we're not allowed to wear, like, I have to wear long pants every day to like work and everything. And I walk to the bus and walk back. And so I'm just like walking in 96 degrees or whatever. And I'm like, I ain't going.
Just, no, it's not worth it. Will said he's on a quest to find food in the town. Cheers.
Oh, good luck.
Okay. And then
I'm really digging C. Oh, y'all don't forget there's a giveaway.
Yes.
Superchat, Venmo, PayPal. Tag me with the number of entries if it's PayPal or Venmo. And what could they win?
They could win an Irish whiskey flight with a $25 gift card to womenofwhiskies.com. Or they could win a Rebel Idaho pick, which is fantastic.
Yes. So tag at Whiskey Mountains. Yeah. Tag at Whiskey Mountains if you enter not by Super Chat. But if you do it by Venmo or PayPal, I'll see the super chat. You don't have to tag me in that. You can write your whole message. C so far is my favorite. I'm digging
It's good, despite the heat and the bite.
That's what I think. That's what's like. It's the most complicated to me so far. I like that it's like kind of punching more forward and like more complex.
Yeah.
It's not overly sweet. I think generally for me, I don't like to go towards Irish because it's like the first two and like others that I've had just are much more on that sweeter side. So it's like a dessert or final pour of the night. But
and then this one is totally opposite.
This one I'm like, I mean, I really enjoyed B too.
Yeah.
I think we were both digging that whole peated.
Like a little surprise of peat in there.
Right.
Or something.
Peat remnant.
Yeah. Yes. Peat
okay,
life. Okay.
Are you on D? Yeah, I just smelled D.
I'm getting a fruit again. But this time it's almost berry.
Berries with the whipped cream and rum.
Uh-huh.
My mom and stepfather used to do that all the time. Berries with like homemade whipped cream and rum.
You know what it's like? It's like mincemeat pie.
I could see that. You know how mad I was when I realized mincemeat pie doesn't have meat in it?
Totally misleading. I agree.
I was like, what?
Yes.
Like,
yes, I didn't even know that until I watched my mother-in-law make it one time, and she makes it with like a homemade rum sauce. And I went to go pick up the ingredients for her, and she was like, yeah. And then if you go over to like the pie filling section on the very top, there's a glass jar that says mincemeat pie filling, and I was like, what?
What? You've been lying to me this whole time.
Excuse me? Oh, but the homemade rum sauce makes it totally worth it.
Oh, heck yeah, that sounds...
At least now I have the secret recipe, and so does, most of whiskey too.
So, Horses and Bourbon is on to something. Irish finished in a Knob Creek bottle.
This could work.
I dig it.
This could work. Okay. Michelle just popped in to say hi. Chat. So can't watch chat. Hi, Michelle.
What's up, Michelle? So Eric the Barbarian was saying Irish is very vanilla, shortbread for it. And that's definitely what we were getting on the first one. Yeah.
I would agree.
But Stacey's pointing out it's so different and varied. And yeah, I mean, this flight is so much more varied than I expected. I expected a lot of oversweet and, not sure how I was going to feel about it, but.
Wigmaster, Stacey, this might be a question for you.
That's a Stacey question.
Is green not the best way to start with Irish?
James Morgan, start working on your mincemeat pies.
Yes. It's happening. I mean, I don't want to alarm anyone, but we're only like 2 months away from the Hallmark Channel starting in with their countdown to Christmas movies every day.
I love Christmas. I skip Thanksgiving completely and go straight to Christmas.
I mean, I celebrate Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, but like all of November, except for that day, is Christmas based.
Yeah. I already have my Christmas decorations up in Thanksgiving. So.
I have mine up already now. Let's not talk about the fact that they've been up since last Christmas, but I already have mine up. They're ready. My tree's plugged in. All I have to do is go over and hit a light switch. It turns on. Great.
I always we fight. So now we do 2 trees. So I have a real tree and Nick has a fake tree, and that way I can decorate mine my way, and he can do the hot mess that is his tree.
Yes.
Which is where he like just throws the strings of light at it. I don't think he thinks about it at all. It's just like
what Tim and I do. Like Tim, actually, our first Christmas together, we went to go decorate the tree. And he was decorating it, and I went over and picked up an ornament and went to place it, and he removed the ornament from my hand and replaced it with a glass of wine and sat me down on the couch. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And then about 2 minutes later, I stood up and grabbed another ornament, and he removed it from my hand and replaced it with wine and sat me on the couch. And I was
you need more wine.
Understood. Okay, you're going to do the tree. I get it. And it's been that way ever since. It has been great.
No, Nick's not allowed to even touch my tree. Don't come near my tree until it's done. Yes. But I always go over to his and start fixing things. I'm like, nope.
Chris says, please don't talk about Christmas. He's too stressed. He does a big light show here in the Boise area every year.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm super excited to see what you're doing this year, Chris.
Oh, and Slapshot also does. We need to get like some video of each of theirs.
Yes.
Post that like I love those. Like I live in an apartment, so that's a no-go, but that's so much fun. It's like the best part.
I'll go over to Chris's house this year when it's all set up and everything and video it and then post it to all of our patrons so they can check it out. It'll be good.
You'll have to show yours on a live. That would be fun.
Yes.
Go out with the camera and
there you go. There's another live. You're ready to go. So October 5th, we're already scheduling you through.
I'm definitely getting fruit, but I don't know what it is because I should eat more fruit. But also my grocery store has the worst selection of fruit. So it's like, I've like wandered around like, what are some of the fruits people say for like whiskey notes? And they don't have any.
There's one, and I don't remember what it is now, but there's one that I'm like, I don't think I've ever tried that fruit in my life.
People say fig all the time, and I'm like, the only time I've had fig is in a fig Newton. Like, who are you people who are cooking figs?
That's all I get. Okay, I'm going to taste this one.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, Old Man Joe, did I get your entries? I did not get your entries, OMJ. Can you remind me? Sorry, buddy. It is hard to talk and track when you have ADD and the meds have
yeah, really good odds on the giveaway right now for a Rebel Idaho pick and then an Irish flight with a $25 gift card. So we'll close out the giveaway in probably about 5 minutes. So if you have not yet.
A very interesting flight too. Okay, got you, OMJ. Sorry about that, buddy.
I think this is my second on-screen blind.
Oh, really?
I think total. I just got thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I've got to do this more often.
I was telling Nick, I love this kind of blind where it's not a competition and I can chat with the other person about like what I'm getting and like, are you getting this? Are you getting this? Like, and having no freaking clue. Like, because I did one with Zach Pettit recently while I was visiting Mike Stahl of Livewire Whiskey. Mm-hmm. And I kept turning to him and being like, oh, are you getting this on the nose? And they're like, you can't talk with each other. And I'm like,
okay.
I'm not trying to help. I'm just curious.
Okay. I'm trying to clear out. Okay, Chris, for you, we'll be a little more descriptive so that you don't have to watch and you can just get what we're saying from our words.
Okay.
As if we're not being super descriptive, I know.
Ooh. Second sip is always better for me.
Mm-hmm. Or like the first sip is just a prep.
Yeah.
Then the second sip is where I really get the nose. I try not to make any judgments based on the first one.
Yep. I feel like first sip is like that primer coat of paint kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the second sip is where you're really starting to get like the actual shade of color.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love my Theo Old Man Joe.
Okay.
There is some
berry.
Yeah. There's so not mint, but you know how mint gives like a numbing sensation to the tongue kind of thing?
Yeah.
That, but not mint because I hate mint in whiskey. I don't get any mint at all, but I'm getting that like numbing.
Little tingly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I dig it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to clear and try again real quick.
I'm now sitting cross-legged in my chair because I'm too short to reach the ground. So I always just give up.
Waymaster says menthol.
Like the effect of menthol, but not menthol.
But definitely not a mint taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost more like the peated. This I don't actually think is peated, but like I feel like peateds do that sometimes, you know, where they like, it's like smoke and then sort of a numbing sensation and then continues.
Yeah.
Susan Robinson, stop rubbing it in.
Yeah, we don't like
How dare you?
There's a part of me that's kind of wishing or hoping that we get one more 100-degree day just so that we can top the record and have a new one rather than time for it. But at the same time, I'm like, we don't need more.
I'm very much checking the weather and being like, nope, still too hot to fucking hike.
Still
Nope,
staying
still
inside.
too hot to go for a hike. My boss just said he's out of town for the next few days, and I'm like, ooh, can I like go for a hike then? I'm like, oh,
Yes.
It's 98 degrees tomorrow. Nope.
No. Can, but will you?
Do I want to belt?
Which one is the most magically delicious? I see what you did there.
It's magically delicious.
I don't. This fourth one is really hitting for me. I like this one.
Totally agree.
Okay,
I need to
I'm
do
gonna clear out, and I'm gonna go through all of them again real quick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I feel like I need to do some like A and B testing kind of thing.
Yes. Okay.
It's gonna be funny to see how A hits now. So A was the one initially we were like classic,
Yeah.
fruity, and buttery shortbread, right?
Yeah.
And also kind of watery.
Yeah, I'm like, at this point, it's just really light. I'm really glad we started with this. That was good move on Michelle's part.
It's like watery and sweet.
Yeah.
Just sugar.
Yeah, which I did not feel watery during the first round. Like, but it was the starter, so yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely like blander but I was also like pre-gaming with Knob Creek for me, so
right. Yeah.
It was blander at the beginning, but still like I got the fruitiness and buttery like.
So yeah, I definitely say the mildest of the four. Fruity.
Yeah. Burton, I'm offended. You just love Nick Perman and not me. What the
Susan, the Venmo link is either in the description of the video or I think somebody just shared it the other day or like a few minutes ago too.
Yeah.
But it's Women of Whiskeys if you search for it within Venmo too. We'll leave the Susan, since you're asking, I'm gonna leave it open for 3 more minutes. Just to give you a little time to get in there.
I am putting it in the chat now.
Thank you.
Boom. This is kind of hard. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yes. Adriana found it right there.
Wow.
You're amazing.
Okay, so yeah, A kind of. I do. Oh yeah, this is the one that hit peated.
Mm-hmm.
There is definitely a smoky thing going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, but you really get that like sweet butteriness, kind of a honey, like some kind of. What was it? Did you say peach on this one before, or was that the next one?
I think that was C. I think C is where I got peach.
Like a honey and some kind of fruit on this one. I should do better with my fruits.
Was this one apricot?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. Like honey and apricot, but smoked. Mm-hmm. Oh, originally we said orange. I'm not getting as much orange.
Yes,
now.
You're right. This one was orange. The next one was apricot peach. You're right. Okay. Cheech is in here dropping the links too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cheech.
Richie, subscribe to Whiskey Mountains if you haven't already. Absolutely.
Please.
Adriana has such a fun channel.
I am editing a new video. I swear it's been forever since I put one out, but I have a couple in the works. I finally got a thing that my what's it called? External hard drive would actually be recognized by, so it wasn't being recognized. So I couldn't edit any of my footage. Okay, so C.
Okay.
Oh, this is.
Okay, this is the most buttery of the 3.
It's so funny because for me, it's so spice forward. I don't get as much of the butteriness for me.
Maybe the buttery's on the nose for me.
That I
I
could
think
see.
that's third. And on this one, like sips 1 and 2 were the ones where I really felt the buttery, and then
The third
everything
one it
after
totally changed up, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I do remember that. Cheers, it's whiskey time. Ooh, I'm loving the nose of D right now.
Yeah. It's still that mincemeat pie with the rum sauce.
Ooh. There's still, I definitely like, this one's definitely a higher proof because that definitely like burned my nostrils.
Yeah.
Like, wait for it. The word will come to me if I sit here and tap them. That'll remind me. My mom used to do a game, nariz, oreja, nariz. That's what I call it in play.
Perfect. Cheech, are you going to go on after tonight? Are you going to be our after party?
Oh boy.
I just saw that Richie Z dropped his link, so I'm interested.
What sounded dirty? Oh, that the D is really good on the nose right now. Yeah, that probably did.
I was going to say, yeah, it was the D is really good on the nose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to say it.
Oh, but it is. Also, funnily enough, it is in my.
Is it in your? Oh, perfect.
And it's the
Your
original
patron member, Glenn.
Yes.
Oh, I
All
love
the
that.
OG patrons get this one.
You're getting called out like crazy over here. My goodness, look at this.
Not so strong. Look, I can tell you some of the regions of the brain now. Chemistry, not my thing, actually. Chemistry, no. Molecular biology, yes.
Yes.
Don't ask me to do orgo again.
Okay. Cheech said he's going to bed. Traveled it. Yeah, definitely get some rest.
Yeah.
Traveled
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Rough. Okay, and then Susan said donated $10. Okay.
Woohoo! Thank you, Susan.
All right, and then that.
I know you worked hard to make that happen.
Yes. Yes, you did. And I was like, and I am not going to start our drawing until we get that in there.
Yeah.
All right, so that will close out our entries.
Yeah.
So, Adriana, I'll let you throw that in, and then you can give me a number here in a minute.
33.
33. Okay. All right, so we need to go 1 to 33. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hold the phone up and then push the little, maybe the blue button right there, and it randomizes to 24.
Oh my! Please don't expect me to be able to read that.
No, I do not.
All right, 24 is Old Man Joe. Mi tío.
Old Man Joe, congratulations. You need to pick 1 or 2.
Tío.
This is 1. This is 2. And yes, Susan, we did get yours in there. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah, we were waiting on that to close it out. So you are in.
All right. Old Man Joe is picking. Oh, he picked 1. Okay, we'll do this real quick. So number 1 is the Rebel Idaho pick.
Oh,
congratulations! Sweet. All right, and then how many? So are we at 28 now? I don't remember how many.
Go and see. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so 28. Perfect. So it is generating, and our new number is 12. Okay. So now that we have finished up our flight and set our notes, did you have a favorite?
Hold up.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, you do that first.
Oh, sorry. The whole having to take out the other ones always.
No, you're good. I think my favorite was. Hang on. Well, now that you're thinking, let me think.
Yeah, it's like gives you a chance. What was the number? 12?
Yes.
Mr. Jiggs.
Wonderful, Mr. Jiggs. Please jump in and say hello.
Mr. Jiggs. Congrats, buddy. Mr. Oh, my caps lock. Because I almost dropped my keyboard.
All right, so Mr. Jigs is going to jump on and tell us hello here in a second. In the meantime, we sent, well, not we, Tim, because I didn't want to see the answer key, sent the answer key over to Stacy so that she could follow along and give us notes and tell us how right or wrong we were. And she is, if she's ready, going to come on in. Here we go. Hello.
Hi.
She's joining us so that she can be here for the big reveal of what was what.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You guys did good. A couple of the notes, like you actually were spot on with exactly what I get in this.
Yay!
Yes.
And I guessed your lineups too, so I'm curious to see if I was right.
Okay. I'm excited. Mr. Jig said he picks number 2, which is appropriate. So, Mr. Jig, you get a flight, the same flight that we just had, which we'll tell you what it is here in just a second, and a $25 gift card to Women of Whiskeys. So we will get that all taken care of. So yeah, okay, good. I'm glad to hear that we were right on at least some of them. And I give a lot of the notes credit to Adriana. I feel like she was throwing out a lot more than I was. So I'm sure that everything that she threw out was right.
I was just jumping the gun. I was like, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, and I'm also drinking in my, you see it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so hard to show off, Glenn.
You know, you can't see that. So I have the old school one too. The Patreon.
Totally
You can't see it. Yep.
Yep.
Richie, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I appreciate that.
If you haven't joined the Women of Whiskeys Patreon, it is really awesome.
We have a lot of fun on there. Yes, we just
You
opened
guys
up
really
the
do.
poll for our upcoming Criminals and Cocktails.
Mhm.
So, wait, no. Yes, I did. Yes. We just posted that. We haven't posted the cocktail yet, but we just posted the crime. So it's not too late to join and pick what we're going to do at the last Wednesday of this month.
Yeah, you posted the poll, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're posted the poll.
Okay.
Yes,
I
for
was
the
like,
crime,
wait,
but
what
not
is
the
this?
cocktail yet.
I was like, we know what the crime. I was like, I didn't see the
No.
result. Okay, gotcha.
Not yet.
Yeah, the poll.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Jig said, love to donate the sample, or we'll love the samples, and then he donates the gift card to 4 Leaf Whiskey.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Jig. That's so nice of you.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so Mr. Jiggs, we will send you the flight, and then Stacy, we will get you that gift card. I love that. Thank you.
Everybody in chat's so awesome,
I
honestly.
between 1 and 2. As in, like, my top 2.
You're picking between what?
My top 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
what are your top 2? Because I think, I had a hard time. I think I had an easier time picking what Cathy Jo would like than you.
Yeah.
I was torn between 2.
C and D
Yep.
are definitely my top 2.
Those are the 2 I was torn between.
I think my favorites are B and D.
B and D? B, that, like, peated-ish one? Yeah.
That's your least favorite or your favorite?
No, I think those are my favorites.
Oh, wow. Boy, I was way off on that one.
Which one did you think I would like the
between B and
most?
D.
I thought you would like D.
You thought I would like D the most?
Yeah.
It's a top contender. Okay, so I meant to say earlier, on the nose, I would like to add Juicy Fruit Gum on A.
I don't get the gum as strong. I think now my nose is just like on these higher proof ones. And I'm like,
Yes.
Well, I get similar notes to what you do on that one, Adriana.
the A?
Yeah, on A.
Awesome. Yay. Yeah, so that one feels more, I guess, like what I've always thought of Irishes as. Like,
That is a very classic Irish, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think the Will and Tim birthday stream where we did scotch for the whole night, we did like 7 scotches that night, I think.
Mhm.
I think it really opened my mind to peated scotches, peated whiskey at all, basically. And so, yeah, that B it's calling to me.
All
But
it takes is to find one peated whiskey you like. I thought I hated it. And then somebody got my husband a bottle of dark silky peated Irish, and that was it for me. And now I'm buying Ardbeg. I have Ardbeg Oudal as well. That's one of my favorites.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one's so good.
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, I'm definitely stuck between. Well, and the problem is I like B and D for different reasons. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, I like this one better than the other one because they both have their pros.
I feel like the order is also messing with me because I feel like D, I love like the finish just lingers more. It's really interesting. But C was the one that was like, ooh, Irish can be like this really complex, interesting, yummy whiskey.
Yeah.
So it's almost like there's a bias towards C because I had it first of like the eye opener on Irish. So I'm like, I don't know. And I'm almost out of water.
Yeah, it's very different now. I mean, the people, you think of Irish, you think of Jameson and your classic shortbread cookie notes, but Irish is so different now. There's 45, 46 distilleries. They're just making so much, and it's just such a vast variety.
Okay.
So OS asked, is the plural of Irish Iri? Eric came in and said the plural of Irish is Irish. I like it. Okay, are you ready to open your envelope, Adriana?
Yeah.
Okay, I am too.
I have my order also.
Okay, ready?
Also, you want to see how she did mine?
Yes.
So,
perfect.
I have
That
this,
is great.
and then it just says.
And then Audrey answers. I like that.
So you can see I have not.
Yes.
Cheated.
I love that.
Isn't that great? It feels like, I don't know, middle school.
You put together such great flights, too, in all honesty.
This was a really cool flight, actually. No, it's still.
Okay.
This really feels like middle school now.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready.
Okay. So it says that the A was Powers Gold Label, 86.4 proof.
That is a great budget pour. It's around the same price as Jameson, and it's got a little bit higher ABV.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, and that one feels very.
Fruit note?
Yeah, the fruit and buttery shortbread. Sweet.
Yeah, I get like spice, honey, apple, cinnamon on that one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's all ex-bourbon, 70-30 to pot still grain, so it's got a little spice.
Apple. Why was that so hard for me to say? Like, I could not.
Now I get the apple.
I totally, now that you say apple, it's like, oh yeah, obviously that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I'm not quite getting like the cinnamon or spice, but like definitely the apple and the sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have said cinnamon or spice when we first tried it, like before the rest of them, maybe. But now that we've had the other ones, it's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a good budget pour and it's like I said, just that 3% ABV makes a difference.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, like I mean, from the get-go, I was like, oh, this does like I never really go much under 100 proof kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, a lot of Irishes are obviously, generally more often easy to find at a lower proofs kind of thing. So I was like, actually, this is like delivering flavor for the lower proof that it's at. But that was my last place.
Donald said he loves the white pepper and pie spice note on it.
Yep. And that's actually what I'm drinking tonight is like a different Powers, but I'm drinking a Powers.
More spice on this than I do. I'm so good. I'm like, it's just really sweet to me. Which like it was not bad, but it was just like definitely more sweet for my flavor profile than I prefer kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that was my last place, but again, not bad.
All right, and then B, it was probably my last place too, but not because it was bad, but just because the other ones were so good.
Yeah.
Like I anticipate buying a bottle of that for my personal collection next time I head to the store. Like,
yeah, I think it's 27 here.
Yeah, easy. Okay, so B is, I know she put this in here because she wanted me to say it on stream.
Clonakilty.
Clonakilty.
Clonakilty, yes, is how.
When we were talking the other night, she kept calling it Clonakilty, and I was like,
I did. Like, the first time I ever saw it standing up on the shelf, I was like, oh, Clonakilty. And then I looked at it and went, that's not right at all. But Clonakilty has stayed in my head ever since. And so I know she put this in here just so I would say it. Clonakilty.
Clown
So
Kitty.
you didn't tell me which one it is. Is it the Bordeaux?
It says 100 proof. I assume it's this one right here. Would you think so, Tim?
So not
The
peated.
purple, like purplish, pinkish label-ish. Hang on. Let me see if I can.
Oh,
closer.
that sounds like the port.
No, that wouldn't be it. Yeah, that might be it. It says private barrel select.
But okay. So it's
Okay.
a private. It's a store pick.
Quite possibly, but okay, I'm trying to see the one that there's a blue one up here, but it says 43.5%, so that wouldn't be 100.
That wouldn't be that one now.
I'm just curious. The Bordeaux, I have gotten some smoke on that one. The port, not at all. But
yeah. If Michelle wasn't driving, she might be able to tell us a little bit more about it. But I think it's a store pick one.
I think I remember her saying it's a store pick. I think
That's the only Clona Kitty that I see up here. That's 100.
Clown Kitty.
I am never going to look at that the same now. I'm going to be calling it Clona Kitty now.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. Clona Kitty. Like duplicate it. Clona Kitty.
It makes it sound so cute.
I agree. Okay. So, yeah, I'm interested to think more about that one. Like, why did we get the smoky peated?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's nice.
So you said on the Bordeaux one, you've gotten some smokiness.
I have gotten a little bit, and it's not though. I know there's no peat element to it whatsoever, but it's just a note that I happen to get on it. So.
Yeah. It's just funny because it feels very Donald Rance. You're saying you love the Bordeaux cast. Do you get any
He's got
kind
that
of
one.
like smokiness, like reminiscent of like that barbecue-y sort of ness that you get from a peat?
Yeah, that is. It's definitely not a peat smoke I'm getting on there, but I totally understand what you're talking about. And
yeah,
that's why I was curious as to which one it was, and that was my first thought with it, the Bordeaux.
I'll try and. I'm almost entirely.
Uh-oh.
I'm wondering if she's run off to try and reach it and doesn't want like her butt unscreened while she's trying to like climb up and get it. Where is
It's hard. Clona Kitty does so many different picks.
Oh, yeah.
So and so many different casks here that it's hard to tell. Like I know they do a lot, especially out east.
Yeah, I didn't realize that that you could get like a pick.
Clona Kitty and Teeling seems to do a lot.
Oh, really?
Teeling, I think, did one for Benny's. Kilbeggan does too. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. Does Ohio ever get Irish?
Not Irish, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like Utah is also a control state, and we barely get picks. Like we've just started last year.
Oh, Ohio does bourbon picks out the wazoo.
Yeah, we just started getting our bourbon picks. Like we've gotten like 3. So
I don't know what to do. I'm back though.
Tim's like, I'm not interrupting her meeting. You're being I'm
back.
Okay, so Donald says he gets a slight barrel char with the Bordeaux. Okay,
so maybe it's the barrel char or something, which is weird though because I'm not gonna shut my mouth because I don't know shit about wine. So never mind. I have no idea what a barrel of wine is like, so I don't know.
Did you guys go to see while I disappeared for a second?
Yes. We hoped that everything was good.
Yes,
were you able to get it?
I'm not entirely sure what happened. Like all of a sudden my computer just went.
Oh, I thought maybe you had like turned it off so that you could grab something, and
no.
Didn't quite catch what you
like
said.
all of a sudden my thing said device is not connected. And I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
But, thank goodness. Yes. Okay. Did you guys go to see while I was out though?
No.
No.
We talked
We're
about,
going to go see then.
we
if
just
you
talked
are.
about the kitty.
Okay. Yes. The Clona Kitty.
The kitty's clone.
Okay. So
Good night, Mark Echo.
It's good night, Mark.
Night, Mark.
Okay, so C.
C says red breast 12 cast strength at 116.4 proof.
And she didn't say what batch.
Um,
I'm guessing if it's a recent bottle, it's probably a B121.
Are you able to tell by the proofs at all? Like how Stack Junior is?
Yeah. Well, Donald's still in chat. He might know.
Yeah.
I think he's got several of them.
Stag Junior is really annoying like that, where you just have to Google the proof and find out which batch it is because they don't even write it on the bottle.
Oh, the cask strength, they write it on the bottle.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm actually like really excited that this is a red breast, and I wish I had good eyesight because Nick was like, I put our red breasts like on the shelf so that you can see them, and I'm like, great, I can tell that it says red breast.
But that's about it.
So it's funny you got the mulled wine there because it is finished in sherry. So
yes,
that's where that's coming from.
So I think that one is my favorite. After going back and forth, I think I really like C and like really like it a lot.
Okay. And then I think D ended up being my winner overall.
D, Delta?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I had your favorites picked. So this is the one. This is the one I'm literally screaming at the screen in the background. The fruit notes that you guys could not get. I'm like pineapple and apricot, pineapple and apricot.
This is when we need pop-up video things,
right? You freaking idiot! That's pineapple. Like in capital letters. You do have it.
Oh, you do have it.
Nick is about to be pissed because I'm going to be drinking this now. Oh,
all right, James came in with our answer. He said it's the B120.
Okay.
Thank you, James.
That's an earlier one than the one I have.
Yeah, we have the Lestau and the PX finished, I guess, also. But I think actually my brother got Nick this as a present, and now I'm gonna drink it too. So second. There we go. So D was your favorite, and that was the blue spot.
The blue spot.
Wow, that one is really good.
Sorry, I have expensive taste, honey.
Right?
Yeah, that one's in control states. It's the price is set. I think it's $125, but
I think that's
it's just hard to find because that's one of those ones that Irish whiskey drinkers drink and bourbon drinkers drink. So you've got twice as many people going for the bottle.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, I can see why it would go quickly, but
that cannon is not loving you today.
I agree. Hang on.
I wonder if it's your internet, if the bandwidth's going down.
Yeah. How much is the Redbreast 12 castrain?
Here it's $99.
Okay. So
you can find it for cheaper. I think I can't remember who. Somebody told me they found it cheaper tonight. Found it for like $86.
Ooh. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, so it's still around. It's cheaper than the blue spot. Yeah.
This is very yummy.
Yeah, the blue spot I get, pineapple, apricot, the vanilla, a little bit oak, and then I get the black pepper finish on it.
I can see why bourbon drinkers tend towards this kind of thing. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's a higher proof. It's got a lot of flavor to it. So, yeah, it's one that, it's going to be doubly as hard to find. But, I mean, it's not rare. It's just they have trouble keeping up with the demand of it.
Yeah. So what is it finished in?
It's finished in Madeira.
Okay. Gotcha.
Madeira cask is 7 years old. And you guys were asking about the colors.
Yeah.
And what those mean. So back in the day, not everybody in Ireland was literate way back in the day when they were doing all this work. And the paint signified what whiskey it was and the different ages of the whiskey.
Oh, because
if they had employees that couldn't read, but they knew paint colors, so they would slap different colors on the casks.
That makes sense.
That's actually because I always just think of mutiny, like the black spot be like the thing for mutiny. And I'm just always like, what do the other colors mean? Like, they meant something. I was like, is it a pirate thing? Like, do they mean something?
They mean 8 year and 7 year and 15 year. And
that makes perfect sense.
Well, I didn't know too, or the colors. Like, I don't know what order I would think red and blue would be, like.
Red was the oldest.
Yeah, like gold, silver, bronze. We have like an idea of like, oh, the gold's probably the better one. But red and blue, I'm like.
The gold is the new release to celebrate the 135th anniversary of Mitchell & Son.
Oh, okay.
So that one is hitting US any day now.
Okay, but
that's a one-off. That's a one-time only.
You have a
the
video
Master
on that one,
Friend
right?
did a review on that one too.
I did. Yeah, I did a review on that
Yeah.
one.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Looks
I'm
like
going to have to probably get a second bottle of that. It's supposed to be around here very, very soon.
Yeah.
If you're in Ohio, it's going to be here soon. We are not getting a lot of it, though.
There were, I think I saw somebody say there were only like 300 cases.
Well, no, they did a lot of cases, but I mean, when you spread it out worldwide, it's not a lot.
Yeah,
I know our entire state, I think, is getting like 276 bottles. Which is not a lot. We will probably blow through that in a week.
Donald just said what the colors mean.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, green 10, yellow 12, red 15, and blue 7.
Yeah, green is a no age statement. It's kind of just, understood. They use the minimum is 8 years in that one, but
so
it's a no age statement.
That blue is a younger one, but it's more. Is it?
But it's cask
proof.
Yeah.
What? Oh, gotcha.
It's a cask strength. That's why.
Is it their only cask strength? Well, I guess of the regular line.
Yeah, the gold is 51.4, I think. So it's up there, but yeah, as far as actual cask strength and like designation, that's it.
There's always like the math step of when you say 51.4, my brain is immediately like, so
I get the opposite. Yeah, I was on a stream the other day and they're like, oh, drink over 130. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get a calculator.
Which is...
Yeah, Irish does not put proof on bottles. They do it in ABV.
Yeah. So all the time I see that, I'm like, oh.
So I'm usually doing the opposite math with you bourbon guys.
Yeah, and the more drunk you are, the harder it is to do that math. So, although I do notice this one it's got the proof in parentheses. I don't know if this is just a stupid drunk observation, but I never noticed that there's a degree sign used for proof. Is that always?
I have no idea. You're the scientist.
I just looked over at the Knob Creek bottle that was like US my lamp. Yeah, I just looked at the Knob Creek bottle that is my lamp, and no, it just has 100 proof. I wonder if that's a European thing to use a degree sign for proof.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to look around.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
I feel like
I'm thinking the only reason proof's on there is probably because it's for the U.S. market. But
yeah, probably. Yeah, I would not be surprised if you like bought the bottles that were labeled for, Scottish market kind of thing like that, or European market that it didn't have that. So they're probably more used to that. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
Good night, Michaelas. Yeah, we've gone long. Would Michelle be mad? Michelle, we're sorry. We did wrap up the giveaway pretty much on time.
I mean, yes. Yes.
I agree.
Well, and I think usually she's wrapping up because somebody's going on after.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We already checked it out. There's nobody going on after, so I think we're in okay shape.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know how excited people are about the topic of the degree sign. I don't know. I get wrapped up in the weirdest things.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to start looking at every flipping bottle I have now because that's really interesting.
Really?
We'll come back with
so curious.
How many did you see with the degree sign?
James Morgan is still in chat. I saw him.
Okay.
Yeah, James. Yes. James might know.
Go look at yours. We're giving you an assignment now.
Tim, on what you have in front of you.
James, your homework for tonight.
Right? Yeah, but Eric, we're saying, is it just European markets that put that degree sign? Because I feel like on, if you get a Buffalo Trace or a Knob Creek, if you get an American whiskey, it just says blank, the number proof. It doesn't have the little degrees sign.
I agree.
Oh, there's Donald. Donald's got it.
Okay.
There we go.
The older British proof system was marked with the degree symbol. Okay.
Aha.
Okay. There we go.
Marked with gotcha.
And then James says it claims it was an Egyptian symbol and the copyright expired.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. Hieroglyphics have expired now. You can use them for whatever the hell you want. We're just going to put little like birds next to things just randomly.
Yes.
It'll be great. Sorry, Big Vic. Sorry, Hermano. But no,
Yes. Well, you won a wonderful Wednesday evening with some fantastically entertaining ladies.
And you get to learn about the degree symbol being used
Yes,
for proof
Yeah.
because
exactly.
Brits like to make everything confusing. So, freaking Brits.
You know how many bottles of Redbreast I've owned and never even noticed that before?
Right?
I have to keep figuring out how to type the stupid degree symbol, so now it just like sticks out to me because I'm like, where's the little insert symbol thing? So I don't know. You're welcome. I'm really excited though, honestly, because I really thought I did not like Irish because these were like more on the sweet side. So if somebody really likes Redbreast 12 Castrain, and you probably don't remember the samples you sent me, but like, what are other Irishes? Or like also D. What was D again? Blue Spot. What are other ones you recommend?
I would go for Blue Spot. I would go for anything from Killoan or Two Stacks because those also are going to be higher ABV. Those are all in the 50s or calf strength. So those look like this. And I'm you guys will see me drinking this all the time because I'm a huge fan.
Yes.
And they don't put artificial coloring or anything like that in it.
Nice.
It's actually Ireland's smallest distillery. And then Two Stacks is just making a whole bunch of stuff. And you can get their cash finishes in the US. They make like apricot brandy, Barbados rum, Sauternes. So
Oh, whoa.
yeah.
So
And all of those are higher ABV. I would go anything. Yeah, there's a lot of cast strength Irish out there now. The Dare Gaelic, if you really want to get crazy with it and spend some money.
Yeah.
The Middleton Dare Gaelic series.
Is that one of the trees, or is that not one of the trees? Is
Those
that
are the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a different forest every year. So Knockrath was last year. I have tree 2. Kylebeg Woods is this year.
Yeah. There's
And
something.
they have to get like special permission to fell those trees in Ireland. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's something like I love the concept, but it's also mildly depressing to me. Like it sounds, like I don't know if every barrel had to come from a tree, but it sounds like that tree was particularly special.
Yeah.
And
It
so
was
it's
like its whole
sad.
life's purpose was to grow up and become
this
number
tree.
7.
That's like, pretty illustrious for a tree. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like
you're becoming a $300 bottle of whiskey.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Or a piece of notebook paper. I mean, if I
think I would want to be a $300 bottle of whiskey. So
yeah.
Age that, but I think they also. I'm sure they probably plant forests galore.
Yeah, they probably have to plant like so many trees for felling the one. But it sounds like it's a particularly like older,
No, yeah.
Special.
And they different for it. Yeah, they go to different places on different properties. It's just so amazing how different the trees taste.
Right.
It's crazy.
I think that is the coolest thing. Bourbon Bites one time had a guy on. I have no idea where he was from, but he was like the guy who knew all about the cooperages and like, the wood that goes into the barrels and everything, which is not like the side you hear about as much. And I thought that was like the coolest thing to hear about. How just we always think about like the grains, the country, the area, the word I can't pronounce, terroir or whatever. Terroir. But like people don't talk about the wood. I guess maybe in American whiskey, bourbon particularly, it's like, well, it's oak, like nothing interesting. But like, I don't know, it was really cool to hear him talk about the grain itself and how that affects.
Well, and that is a difference with Irish whiskey. It has to be finished in wood barrels for 3 years. Doesn't have to be oak. You finish it in anything.
Yeah. So what are the Middleton trees? What type of tree is that?
It's virgin Irish oak. At least the Knockrath, yeah. It's virgin Irish oak. So they finish it and then they put it in these virgin Irish oak casks for a period of time. And it's just I was fortunate that Knockrath I got to try all 7 trees.
Oh.
Blows your mind how different they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God.
Maybe 2 were similar, but they were just different notes on all of them. It's crazy.
Did you try them
it's from the same flipping forest on the same property?
Really?
Yeah.
Are the trees? I have so many follow-up. Just like, tell me all about the trees. Like, are they just like really different ages, or they're just from like totally different spots in the same forest?
They're the same spots on the same property, the same forest.
Like in my mind, I envision them like lined up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know, that's the way I think of it too.
Kind of all in a row, and like they have a little rock in front of them that says, "This is tree number 1," except for obviously tree number 1 isn't there anymore. But that's how I picture it in my mind. Like they're just.
Is there a stump? Is there like a little stump that's like marked as like tree 1?
Now that would be cool.
How great would that be? You could go take a picture sitting on the stump of like your favorite tree.
I would totally visit the stump that my tree came from.
Right? I love a good
absolutely
stump. Stumps are great. We've got all kinds of marketing ideas for them now.
Oh, absolutely. This is now a tourist destination.
Wait till I tell you guys that the gin they make a seaweed there. I'm like, oh my gosh, they get crazy over there with stuff.
Oh my God. Well, like, but think about it. I mean, I don't know what the case is. You said nope, that was one of the spots. It was like 135 years old, you said?
The gold spot isn't 135 years old. It's to celebrate
the anniversary of the distillery.
Mitchell and Son is to celebrate their 135th anniversary.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about like when tree 1 was planted or just was seeded naturally, like I don't know if it was designed this way or whatever, but it seems unlikely that they were thinking like, oh, this is going to be the tree that is used for tree 1 of like a barrel for this whiskey in God knows how many years sort of thing. Like the weird sort of thinking ahead / involvement of just total random, I don't know, this tree was here. Let's see what this tree does.
Well, and the Kyle Beg's only the I think it's the 4th release.
Mm-hmm.
So the previous ones, and Donald, no, I have not had the Grensel's Wood. It's Grensel's Wood, Bluebell Forest, Knockrath Forest, and now Kyle Beg Woods. So those are the 4. So this hasn't been going on for very long, but they just found such success with it, and I'm floored by the results that they have. So now it's becoming a really popular series to get.
Wait, so the Bluebell Forest? Wait, so what's the one we were just talking about, the trees 1 through 7? That's Bluebell Forest?
They do that every year. So Bluebell Forest, Bluebell Forest, there are like, I think there's 6 or 7 trees. Grensel's Wood, same. Knockrath Forest, same. And then this new one is Kyle Beg Woods, and there are 7 trees to that.
Okay, so it's like different woods within the same forest.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I know now your mind's even more blown because it's like, it's the right.
So many more questions. Oh my God. I need to clearly go down the rabbit hole.
And even the different forests taste different.
Stacey, you could do such a cool series. Like the coolest series. Oh, we could collaborate. I would like go find a stump and get you footage.
I picked up a Kyle Beg. I'm happy to. I have a Knockrath too.
I could take some like footage of a forest. I bet I could find a forest that looks like decently foresty enough of like mossy kind of thing.
I couldn't. You could.
To get you some footage. How much fun would that be?
That would be fun.
That would be cool.
Do plans.
Also, now I just want you to do a series on all the trees because I feel like that's a very unique, cool thing that a lot of people, it never happens in bourbon, obviously. So it's like that would be such also.
And my friends and I try to get different trees, and then we trade samples with each other. So that's the reason I've had all of the Knockrath.
Oh, that's cool. So It wasn't like I was thinking like, because I know you like host the Irish festival, that maybe like you had done gotten to do a flight there or something.
I didn't there. No. I work at the festival. No, I do Irish whiskey tastings, but I haven't done a flight of those.
Yeah. How crazy.
No, we just all bought different ones and swapped them. So when Knockrath came, they only made 18 bottles, released 18 bottles for the entire state. So we were all over it.
Yeah.
My friends and I were. And luckily enough of us got bottles, we were able to swap them all.
Yeah. Are you part of like a Irish whiskey club in Ohio so that you can, gotcha. That.
Yeah, I help run actually the Central Ohio, the Irish Whiskey Club, and then I'm part of a bigger one. I got kind of a national group that I know a few other people in chat are probably in as well.
Y'all, 4-leaf whiskey, like, goes up to that. She's a new channel.
Oh, thank you guys.
Yes.
Freaking obviously
Go
knows her stuff.
subscribe. Turn
As
on
I'm
the
just-
notifications because she's
Yeah.
got. Yeah.
As I'm just
I drink.
pop-quizzing her.
Welcome.
I'm not a huge expert. I drink a lot of stuff. Drink a lot of Irish. I kind of have a lot of Irish bottles now. Yeah.
The Forester from Estates. I know Whiskey Crusaders has talked some. That's where I first heard about the Middleton Irish and like the different trees, and it totally stuck out to me. And it stuck out to me even being a person who's not in, who wasn't into Irish. Now I'm like more excited to try the samples that you sent me, kind of thing, like, because I'm like, oh no, that's legit. Irish can be legit. It's not all overly sweet. Like I kind of.
Oh no, there's some stuff I could send you that's not sweet at all. I've actually got a new one that's a Whiskey Club bottling that is not sweet at all, and I'm gonna have to send you a sample of it because it just tastes like corn pudding to me.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I'm like, it's an Irish single grain, and I've not had anything like it before.
Oh, real quick, Cathy Jo, I'm sorry. Yes. I feel like I'm just dragging this thing out.
I mean, you guys are having a great conversation. I'm okay.
Real quick, can you just define like Irish whiskey?
Me?
No, I'm not pop quizzing you, Cathy.
Oh, I'm like,
unless you happen to know that off the top of your head. But like, what are the?
It has to be. It's got a certain mash bill requirements that it has to meet, depending on whether it's single grain or blended or single pot still. And thankfully they're opening up single pot still requirements because it used to be stupid, and they're allowing other grains that historically they always did. It has to be distilled on the island of Ireland, and it has to be 3 years old minimum.
Okay.
And I can tell you, if you drink a 3-year Irish whiskey, it will not taste probably as good as a 2-year bourbon. Wow, it needs more time.
It really needs it.
Yeah, it needs more time.
Yeah, but I feel like Scott, I don't know much more about Scotch, I would say, but you hear
it has to be finished in wood casks. It doesn't have to be ex-bourbon.
Yeah,
I know several that aren't.
Longer time I just meant like it needs longer time
because of the climate. Exactly. If you want a good one, it needs to be in the cask longer.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't matter. Man, I feel like I know so little about like Irish and Scotch. So it can be a variety of mash bills, but generally mostly barley.
Mostly. They're allowing for more for rye. They're allowing for more in there. I was so glad they brought back rye. I don't know why they ever said that they couldn't have it.
Yeah.
And that's just with a single pot still.
Uh-huh.
So it has to be certain percentages depending on if it's a single grain, if it's a single pot still, or if it's just a blend. And they have different requirements. In addition to, so there are actually 3 spirits that are defined now with technical files in Ireland. In addition to whiskey, Irish cream, and then Irish poitín also have a technical file now.
Oh, really?
Which that was illegal up until like 1998. Yeah. Yep.
Like
it is its own category and has its own technical file with requirements it has to meet.
Oh. There you go.
I think I sent you a sample of that, I think.
Quite possibly. I know you sent me poitín. Nick tried some.
Yep, that's it.
It's like, holy shit.
That was a Cologne. Yeah, that was a Cologne. I think I sent you Cologne poitín.
I think so. Yeah. And I only know how to sort of pronounce that because of Whiskey Crusade. I feel like anything I've known up until Stacey, you got into Whiskey Tube was from Whiskey Crusaders and Donald Rance, of course.
Yeah.
Donald
is a wealth of information.
Yeah. He's Irish Yoda for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you could be Irish Maz Kanat. I don't know if you've seen the new.
I don't know who that is because I watched Star Trek, but I'll take your word for it.
So I'm a Trekkie first and foremost, but Maz Kanat is my favorite character of the new, and she's like a Yoda but female, but she's not the same.
I bet my husband knows who that is.
So he'll know. It's a compliment, I promise. What was I gonna? Oh, I had a question about the wood. Back to the wood. So what you said? You said 3 years for the Irish. It has to be finished. So it's got to be finished 3 years in Irish oak.
No, just 3 years in a wood cask.
Any kind of wood cask.
Yeah, Dingle has their single malt batch 6 is a port finish. It's been all 3 years in a port cask. Actually, it was longer.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
it
always
just
assumed
has
like
to.
they were finished in like some kind of oak or something.
Traditionally, it's ex-bourbon.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be.
I'm learning so much.
It says wood. That's why they can get such variety.
That's right. I'm sorry. Now I'm like trying to also to keep up.
You would love. I'll have to find the video and send it to you. You would love the video of when Method Madness single pasta whiskey, Method Madness Distillery, they made their mulberry cask. And it's the first ever whiskey that's been finished in white mulberry wood. And they went to Hungary and they had to specially make a cask because nobody'd ever worked with mulberry before. And the casks look wonky as heck. Like they're not the, narrowing at both ends. They're really like short and fat. And I think they were only like 50 liters or something like that. Maybe it's 500 liters. I don't remember, but I'll have to send you that video because they were funky looking.
I love that so
and
much.
They had to do some trial. You would love Method Madness because they do a lot of trial and error. They aren't all wins when they try to do stuff, but what they do produce is great.
I love that idea though, because it's like, so like my future side hobby, I try to get into it, but I live in an apartment that's all carpeted, is woodworking. And I just like love the concept of like, these poor coopers who are like, okay, now I have to try and shape this like weird wood into some kind of barrel so that they can age this in it, and so that it makes like this totally different, because even aging in a smaller barrel gives a different influence of a whiskey. Like, so Knob Creek, my beloved, has like the quarter oak, which is a quarter size barrel kind of thing. And it's like, that definitely gives it a different influence. And I love it. I think it's amazing. But like, so you already have like the difference of the mulberry influence, but then also the difference of the shape of the freaking barrel and the size that the barrel could be made just because the wood is freaking weird. Like,
I'd love to see these guys, like these cooperages, are like when they're making me a cask out of mulberry. I'm like, you fucking guys, are you freaking kidding me?
Right? Like the coopers must have been like, what the? How are we supposed to do that? Like, do you mind if and then they had to come back and be like, do you mind if it's smaller? Because it's not gonna.
They had to do that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds.
Yeah, they were having a lot of issues. It's not as porous, not as flexible.
Yeah. Donald's saying wood for Irish means they can use chestnut malt. So I just always assumed that like they had to age in some kind of specific wood first and then finish it in some other kind of, whatever kind of thing.
No, and a lot of them do. A lot of them are ex-bourbon first. They don't have to be. I said that the Dingle product I told you I was entirely in the export cask, so they can finish it in any kind of wood cask.
Question, and this is very random and has really nothing to do with anything. Does the term dingleberry come from dingle?
No.
Okay.
It's from this little town is Dingle. It's in the Dingle Peninsula in Ireland. It's one of the southwestern points of Ireland.
Cool.
Gorgeous.
Cool.
If you have to pick between Ring of Kerry or the Dingle Peninsula, go to the Dingle Peninsula. The Dingle Peninsula is gorgeous.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it looks literally, it's like the entire landscape looks like it was photoshopped.
Oh my God, that sounds
amazing. It's got a permanent filter on it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. I've been to Wales, England, and Scotland, but I have not been to Ireland. So I will do that next time. So oh man, that's so cool.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for jumping on with us. I appreciate you guys being here so much. I'm going to show our patron slide real quick.
Yes.
And thank all of our patrons so much for being with us. You guys are amazing. If you have not yet become a patron member, you might want to, because we share some pretty exciting things over there. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. I just did a clip from a video last week, so I'm just saying you guys are missing out if you aren't already there. But otherwise, thank you guys again for joining us tonight. I hope you had fun with us during our Irish flight. And just remember that there is no wrong way to drink your whiskey. Just make sure to share it with your friends and drink it how you like it.
Cheers. Thank you so much, Cathy Jo.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Adriana. You guys are amazing.
This was such a fun stream. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Ruth.
Salud. Oh, slime.